Welcome back. I'm Anthony McLaughlin with Victoria Nolan. In our next story, we explore a theater festival that has set itself apart.
The Sound Off Deaf Theater Festival runs over 5 days in Edmonton and showcases deaf talent from across the country.
Every performance, discussion, and event was designed with accessibility needs in mind and offered ASL translation throughout the festival.
Alex Smythe meets up with organizers to learn more about this unique festival.
Theater is a platform in which themes, issues, and relationships play out for the world to see. But for the deaf community, they often feel left behind. The Sound Off Festival hopes to change that. As part of the 2018 Chinook series, the second annual Sound Off Festival offers a fully accessible theater experience with deaf performances, ASL translation, and more. Nicole Sander is an organizer with the festival and feels Sound Off fills a void in the theater landscape.
Sound Off is the first established deaf Canadian theater festival that brings deaf artists and talent from across Canada to the main stage of a big theater such as the ATB Arts Barn here in Edmonton. It showcases deaf talent, and deaf talent doesn't really get to be portrayed anywhere else. There might be one-off productions that get shown in a city, but never where it's housed in one place where you can see multiple productions under one roof in a one-week period. I've always loved interpreting in theater, and I've always found it a place that was very inaccessible for the deaf community. So when there was an opportunity, I'd always try my best to make sure that the deaf community was included and found a welcome space within theater.
Chris Dodd is the festival director for Sound Off, and he wanted to ensure a truly accessible environment, regardless of hearing ability.
All our performances are accessible for all audiences. This celebrates deaf theater, and this gives them the opportunity to perform, to tell their stories, to use American sign language, and to show their talents on stage. Another thing I want to emphasize is the fact that deaf interpreters present during the whole event.
Interpreters take on a lot of roles at the festival, and in some cases, that includes singing.
Better not disappoint, you better not shout, I'm telling you why. Trudeau is coming to town.
As part of the festival, Sound Off hosted a number of salons or discussions which featured both deaf and non-deaf theater experts.
Canada is so far behind in comparison to Europe and even the United States. We're catching up and that legislation is going to be happening, yet I don't want to be waiting anymore.
I think the salons are important because they offer up an opportunity for the general public to come and hear about topics within theater that they normally wouldn't hear out in the real world, but it also brings theater professionals together in an opportunity to talk about different areas of our work because sometimes our paths don't cross. They're just another part of our culture and our diversely beautiful Canadian culture. And I think the more we normalize it, the less we create barriers.
What a great festival. I especially like the idea of the salons.
Me too. I would love to listen in on some of their discussions and learn what the biggest issues are facing the deaf community in theater.
Workshops were offered throughout the festival, including one for artists who work with the deaf and disability community.